How many times have my team been here before? How many times have we taken the lead in the game but it still ends in an LO draw? How many times morale been down to the floor? How many times did the manager say we'll bounce right back and next game we'll flop once more? How many times all of the goals we're conceding and the league seems to be so course? How many times have my team been there before? How many times have we taken the lead in the game but it still ends in an LO draw? How many times morale been down to the floor? How many times did the manager say we'll bounce right back and next game we'll flop once more? How many times all of the goals we're conceding and the league seems to be so course? What? How many times, man? Flip sake. Yo, this is the OT99 Banter, where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, we're back again with another show, and I am fuming. I'm fuming. We are back with Edwin today, man. What's good, Eds?
You know what? I thought I'd come out of retirement.
Bro, you chose
retirement to nonsense. I should have come out the last year.
Bro, you chose the wrong day to come out of retirement. Not even a good day. But you know what? There's a lot to talk about in that game, man. It's so stressful. Like, quite frankly, yeah, you say this is like your slogan. Man United are dead, fam. And that's how I see it. It's just like Manchester United, for you to go up by 2 goals and then concede those 2 goal opportunities, yeah, it's terrible. And look, we've seen it throughout our whole Champions League campaign. You know what I mean? We went up 3 goals, Copenhagen. We was leading that game. Not up by 3 goals, but we was leading that. I can't remember how much. Let me go into the history of that game, yeah? And Man United somehow end up losing that game 3-2. Like, how is that possible, bro? How? Like, let me see the scoreline. See, Man United were up by 2 goals. And then by the end of that first half, it was 2-2. And then we went up 3-2, got a second chance. And then, yeah, they just polished it off. They just polished us off, bro. It just doesn't make sense, bro. Actually doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense.
I'll say this about Man United, yeah. We're consistently inconsistent.
Inconsistent, yeah.
That's the one. If you want anything from Man United, it's an inconsistency, because you can't win that game. You're 3-1 up, and then you know what I mean.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, I'm just looking back at the history, because a lot can go on, and you can just forget a lot of these things. Yeah, in this game, we're obviously up by 2 goals leading. Yeah, and we end up drawing a game 3-3 against Copenhagen. Right, we were up by 2 goals. We ended up losing that 4-3. Yeah, and then we were up against Copenhagen. We got the 1-0 narrowly. Galatasaray, Manchester United scored first. Rasmus Højlund. Zaha equalised. Then Højlund scored. And then, so we went up 2-1. And then somehow Galatasaray ended up beating us 3-2 from goals from Icardi and Co. Do you understand? So there's a pattern of Manchester United going up in these games. Other than Bayern Munich, where we just got totally smoked. We're going up like by a goal or 2 with these games, and just not being able to see out the game, not being able to manage the occasion, not being able to control the game and calm it down. Do you understand? And it's like, where are the people on the pitch? Where are the leaders to say, everyone calm down, like everyone simmer, like let's play a bit of keep ball here, whatever it is. Why is it that we always crumble under every occasion, bro? And this is what I mean, like there's a pattern of it, where no matter how much we play heroically and score all of these goals or whatever, if you can't manage our game, how you expect to be going up against better opposition and doing anything in a Champions League in the knockout stages, where we can't even get through these early preliminary stages, man? What's your thoughts anyway?
Just for Man United, just all over the place, it's just levels, isn't it? Like, okay, we're not playing the best in the league. We're 6th, 7th right now? Or somewhere like that?
Yeah, I think we're 6th behind Aston Villa, maybe.
Or even behind Liverpool, maybe. Not too far. But look.
No, we're behind Tottenham and Villa. Yeah, we're behind Tottenham and Villa, 6th.
And then we come into the Champions League, and the Champions League kind of will tell us where we're at as a team, and it just shows that we're so far away. You look back on the signings, right? We haven't made good signings. Like, whatever style he's trying to implement is clearly not working. we don't know how to control the game. Once we're winning, we act like we're losing, and we just start moving erratic. So,
you know what? The positives I'll take from the game, right? Before I go into like more of the negatives and stuff, the positive is that Garnacho seems like he's growing as a player. He's basically putting his argument forward that he's not just a guy off the bench, that is not just an impact player. He's a guy that can contribute in game in 90 minutes from starting. You know, he done it against Everton. He scored early then, and then he done it again against in this high hostile game against Galatasaray, the dubs, you know, hell or whatever they call it. And Garnacho came up and he scored a goal as well. So that's a positive. Another positive is the fact that, you know, Anthony had one of his better games. I know there's been a lot of stigma around Anthony, but he had one of his better games today. Like, I see him taking on players, I see him advancing with the ball, see him slipping in some really killer balls. I see him doing like, I see a better performance from Anthony. McTominay put in a shift, energetic. You know what he does, likes to bomb forward, get forward and stuff, to show that physicality side of his game. And what do you call it? Wan-Bissaka, I feel like him and Anthony got on really well, man. Like they that right hand side, they held it down properly, especially one of their biggest threats, Zaha. They managed to keep Zaha quiet for huge chunks of the game. Yeah, Zaha had opportunities, but Wan-Bissaka and Anthony managed to hold it down. Like, Wan-Bissaka was marking him tightly and simmered it. And obviously, when Wan-Bissaka got subbed off, Dalot came on. You know, there was opportunities as well for Zaha to put the game to bed, but he mishit it and stuff like that. But, you know, those are some of the positives. You know, Maguire game, he had a decent performance, even though we conceded 3 goals. He really did, you know. And sure, but the negatives, man, is too much, bro. Like, you can't have a back and forth game like that, man, Edwin. You can't, bro. Like, at this level, why are we doing back and forth, bro? This ain't tennis.
Well, it's not an MC clash, man.
For me to you, for me to you, for me to you, for me to you.
You know what? But this is the problem. It's all about controlling games. It's like we need to be able to go up like that and be confident that we can see the game through. And I just feel like Man United as a team, there's no confidence in, if we're up, that we're gonna like actually hold it down. You know what I mean,
bro?
Like,
100%.
I actually be like, yeah, we're gonna concede.
100%. And you know what's crazy is, even at 2 goals up, you're still thinking that. In what world did you think that Man United, the Man United that we knew, will be 2 goals up and throwing it away twice, bro, in a game? It's ridiculous, bro.
But the question we got to ask ourselves: are we surprised? No.
With the performance this season, I'm not. I just thought, you know what? I keep thinking like, the way how this game was badged, right? The way it was promoted is the game from hell, right? Galatasaray was like, even see posts saying, you know, no fans should come in with phones, that you need to make that atmosphere crazy. Yeah, I thought, you know what? You saw that footage, yeah, if everything just red flares, like the whole outside of the stadium or whatever, it was just red. It looked hostile, like one of the most hostile games probably we've had. And Manchester United, yeah, I was thinking, you know what? If we got through that game, yeah, it will be a big plus for Manchester United's self-esteem, their mental, their morale, because they're not known this season to be seeing out big situations. Obviously, we got through Everton and that, but it was nowhere near the levels of this hostility that we went through. And from a team that really wanted it and was hungry and it's got class all over the pitch. And when I saw us get 2 goals up, I thought, wow, like, are we actually turning a new leaf? And look, we just got brought back right down to reality, man. We got brought back down to reality. And I tell you what, yeah, Ed, you said this about Onana, man, about him not being levels. You said it, yeah?
You know what I knew? You know what it is? Is because, okay, I feel like you've got to sometimes in life here, before you make serious changes, you've got to look at what's there before. Okay, De Gea's been there for a solid time. He's made his mistakes. He's human. Cool. Onana's made his mistakes. He's human. And when I actually watch Onana, there's just nothing about him that screams, okay, this guy is going to show anything different. And when it actually came to the game, there was nothing different. Like he's just making mistakes. Like even that free kick here, why did he punch it? If it's that low, why are you punching it? You punch the ball when it's in the air. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it's goalkeeping, yeah. You know the basics, like goalkeeping 101, the basics, like what every goalkeeper should be taught. Onana is doing the opposite. He's slapping at and like thrashing at certain shots. Like he's frantic with it. He seems like an amateur. He seems like someone that was, you know, he seems like with goalkeeping is not his primary thing. You know,
when you say that he works in he's work during the day, and that's like, you know, Sunday league football sometimes.
Bro, I tell you, bro, you know, like if you was to do like FIFA or whatever, and you create your own player, yeah, create like a superstar player, and you gave it to like a toddler to create that player, yeah, they will make a player where he's got good passing ability and all of that, like the wrong stats for a player in a position. That's what I feel like Onana is, because obviously he's really composed, really good with his, well, I say good with his feet. His distribution today was suspect, man. He invited pressure, man.
Is he really composed, or is it just the fact that we say he's composed? Like someone that composed won't be doing what he does.
I mean, in certain situations, I'll say he's like, he can see a runner running at full speed and somehow not panic and just be calm. Like he done one pirouette in the game, yeah. You was like, he done one like 360 turn. A guy was running at him and he literally held that ball. He done a 360 pirouette and brushed him off easily and distributed the ball. And I was just like, okay, cool. So he does these little glimpses of it. But my heart was pumping when he did that.
I'm not gonna lie, it's good that he does that, but what does it mean for his role? What's his role for him?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What's his role?
He's a goalkeeper, bro. Shot stopper.
And he's not a baller. Like, why are you even doing the 360 thing in the first place?
Bro, you know if that led...
He got caught out on that.
Yeah. Fergie will bench man like that. I would love to hear what Schmeichel said, because like I didn't even watch it. I was that disappointed. But I would love to hear what Schmeichel had to say about his goalkeeping performance from that, what he did with the pirouetting thing. When it comes off, it's nice, but if it doesn't come off, it's terrible. And how he organized his walk, because I don't feel like there was enough communication between the defenders or players, Man United players, and him in terms of like, you know, organizing the walk, organizing the defense, and as well his positioning as well, like his positioning with these free kicks from Ziyech just looked off. It just looked weird. He's shuffling to one side and then he gets beat on the other side. Ziyech is bending the ball around the wall too easily and is sneaking in on that near post. He's going to slap at the ball and it's going under him for that first goal. And you're just like, typical goalkeeping 101. You get your body behind the ball, bro. Get your two gloves on it. And for some reason, he's doing this one hand, one fist thing. And it just sort of does some sort of ricochet type thing. And it's just, I was hoping he put that behind him, is what I'm trying to say. I was hoping that he put that behind him, but he hasn't put that behind him. It's just like all of those issues that we remembered of him, and he's being lackadaisical, and it's just come back to bite us in the biggest way. It's come back to bite us in the biggest way.
To be honest, he's finished out here. I don't know what we're going to do with him, because obviously, like you say, we've signed him. He's going to be there for a while.
Bro, you said it offline, bro. You said it offline. You said it offline. In January, there's one guy that we let go that's still there, as far as I'm aware, as a free agent.
Sometimes in life, you've got to just put your hands up and say, we made a mistake. We get come back.
Bro,
you want 500k, we'll give you 750. Sign it on for you, we got that. You know what I mean? No, but all jokes aside, it's going to be, we've got a backup goalkeeper. We've got to probably bring him in, that backup goalkeeper, and see what he's about.
Thanks.
Because he will probably not do all the nonsense that Onana's doing. And you would have thought that after the mistakes Onana done there will be a wake-up call.
Facts. You would think so.
But then it makes me think that maybe this is just Onana.
Do you know what worries me, especially with the manager Erik ten Hag, right? Is obviously he made these signings, right? So you brought in Anthony, you brought in all of these guys that seem to be struggling. You know, Anthony, Onana, and Cole, even though Anthony had a better game. And then obviously Rashford, he's given a new contract, which is almost making it someone that he endorses, making it someone that, is he signing that he rates. These guys, he was playing them through hardship, or is playing them through hardship, positions of no morale, not performing. He's playing them through it, hoping that they become better, but at the detriment of the team, because you've got players that are hungry, waiting to get into the fold, that are not, because he's sticking with certain guys like your Rashfords and stuff like that. And my worry is like Onana being one of them that's been going through stress. Erik ten Hag is not thinking about taking him out of the heat, taking him out of the limelight, and bringing in the backup keeper that we brought. He's not doing it. He's going to keep playing someone like that, where now opposition's going to feel even way more confident to shoot at man, and believing that he's going to fumble it. Look, it felt like every shot that went out on Onana, I was scared, because it was pouring down with rain, torrential rain. I was scared that every shot is just going to slip right under him. I really was. And you just shouldn't be feeling like that, man.
I don't even know what to say. You know when you don't even know what to say? Like, if I'm being 100% like, Onana, you know what to say.
Bro,
yeah.
I don't blame you, bro, because I'm speechless, man. I mean, like I said, there was so much to unpack in that game, man. Bruno hitting the post. Pellistri he had an opportunity to put that game to bed as well. He hits it and kind of fluffs it. Do you know what I mean? Opportunities as well. We had to pick out the right man. Martial, like, there were so many like chances all over the gaff. Obviously, they had goals disallowed and ruled out and stuff like that, and Zaha had opportunities as well as a few others than that. But we really could have put the game to bed. We really could have, and we just,
This is down to Man United. Like, we don't know how to put games to bed. Like, let's be honest. And that's why I'm not surprised. Like, I wish that we done well. I hope that we do well. But the reality of it is there's so much work to do.
So much. Bro, Arsenal 5-0 up at half time. I know it's against Lens, don't get me wrong, but this is the same team that beat them. You understand? In the first leg at Lens's home ground. They're 5-0 up. They're 5-0 up. And it's just surprising how I don't even think, in the Champions League, I don't even think it's about our goal scoring ability. It's how we see out games, how we manage it. Because if we're scoring 3 against Copenhagen, we're scoring 3 against Galatasaray. Do you know what I mean? Bayern Munich game ended 4-3 as well. Like, we're scoring goals, but we just don't know how to manage these games when we're up. We just can't see it through, and that's our biggest issue. And until when we sort that out, I don't know what's going to happen, man. And with Man United doing this whole one guy in the pivot thing, whether it be Amrabat or Kobe Mainoo, it's going to leave us exposed on a transition, man. It's going to leave us exposed. Yeah, man. You need to be having 2 number 6s or whatever it is, bringing one guy back, as if we're going to have an 8 closer to Amrabat or Mainoo or something like that, as for support. Because otherwise, whenever we lose the ball high up the pitch, straight to the defense. And this is how it's going to be with Erik ten Hag's tactics until we sort it out. But yeah, man, look, Edwin, I don't even want to. I mean, if I was to talk about a man of the match, I'll give it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because I thought he had a really good game between him and Anthony, to be honest.
You know who I give it to?
Who?
The fans.
The fans.
Want to be in there and watching this nonsense.
In the rain, bro. In the rain. Torrential rain. You understand?
You know what it is, yeah? I feel like the funny thing is because we're better than this. But actually, the question is, are we? Because nothing's changed for us. Realistically, isn't it? It's the same old. Like, as much as we want to be like, oh yeah, Man United, yeah, woo. Like, we're not doing well.
I think Champions League came too early for Manchester United. I really do. I do feel like we need a year out of it, but it's also counterproductive for Manchester United, because if we're not in Champions League, we could potentially end up being in Europa League, and that hampering our chances of getting back into Champions League again. Also, if we're not in European football altogether, it's going to have an impact on our financial status potentially next season, and on our position to spend the extra bit of money. So it really is a catch-20. it is a catch-22 in this situation. But obviously, we can clearly see we're just not ready for the big stage at the minute. We're just not on. We're just taking up a space.
Well, we're not ready, to be honest. Like, and this was just a clear example of we need to go back to the drawing boards, and yeah, we just got a lot of work to do.
100%.
Like,
100%.
A lot of work.
100%. Look, I rate Man United for their bravery and that. I do. They did play to the last minute. I rate them for that. But
of course, they're getting paid, isn't it? So
I mean, you know, people say they down tooled and stuff like that, and I don't look at a team thinking that they down tooled, because you don't play with that much vim if you down tooled. But we're just a team that is just not well. We're not our structure on and off the ball. It's just not quite there. Concentration is not always quite there. Some of the players are, even though they put their heart and wear their heart on their sleeve and they play out of their skin, they're just not necessarily good enough when you're pairing our
like,
players.
There's levels to it. Like,
there's levels. I mean? You understand? There is.
Sometimes you've got to be honest with yourself. Like,
100%.
You're good. Not good.
Because even with Højlund's good scoring form in the Champions League, he's got about, I don't know, 4 or 5, probably 5. He wasn't supposed to be our main striker. It wasn't our number one option. Potentially, if we had the money, we would have got 2 strikers in. And maybe on experience than Rasmus Højlund. You understand? And we saw what Anthony's been giving us. Even though he had a decent game, you saw what he's been giving us all season. Again, you see what Rashford's been giving us all season. 1 goal in like 16 appearances in all comps or something along those lines. And then obviously we're dependent on a young boy Garnacho as well. And then now the fan base is hoping Manu can spare our blushes and be that guy. And he's only 18. And he just literally is his second, like, is it proper start for us? So it's just mad. It just goes to show where Man United is at as a team. It's just far off, and we're not ready for that. We're not ready for that level, Champions League level yet. So
pretty much we've got a way to go. We just got too much to do. Like, if I'm honest, there's too much to do. And unfortunately, this is like, like certain jobs you can learn on the job or while you go. This is not the type of things you want to be learning at this point in the season.
Yeah, it's not. So we'll leave it at that, man. Edwin, we'll leave it at that. Look, we're out of the Champions League, I feel, anyway, because we've got to go to Bayern.
Wait, this is football. Anything is possible. But like you say, if we're being honest with ourselves, it might even be a Europa League.
Bro, we may not even make anything, because when I'm looking at the table now, right, Man United is rock bottom at 4th. Yeah, and then Galatasaray's got 5 points, and Copenhagen is playing Bayern Munich currently. No one's scored yet. But Galatasaray and Copenhagen's both on 5 points, and obviously Bayern Munich's is on 13. I think 13 points. I think stay the same, but they've obviously qualified. So there's 1 spot left. There's 2 teams on 5, and Man United on 4. We play Bayern, meaning Copenhagen play and Galatasaray play each other. We need to qualify by the only way we can qualify is if we beat Bayern Munich, which is a stretch, be a miracle in itself. And hope that either Copenhagen, none of them win, Galatasaray or Copenhagen. It needs to be a draw. So if we win, we will end up with 7 points. And if they draw, either one of them will end up on 6 points and one will end up on 5. If any of them win, then they'll end up on 8 points and they finish and qualify. So look, it's gonna be an interesting game. If Manchester United do manage to beat Bayern Munich, then yeah, we go into Europa League, because we will be above Copenhagen or Galatasaray if they draw, whatever it is like that. Or if one of them win, we'll go into Europa League. But like I said, man, it's not really what I'm on, man. And plus, you got big boy teams in there. You could potentially have Newcastle in there. You got Liverpool already in there. So you already know what these teams done to us already, so we don't want that smoke, man. But anyway, Edwin, look, another show done. Newcastle next on Saturday, 8 p.m. kickoff. We're away from home. It's going to be another tough game. Man.
What changes do you think Man United need to implement after you saw them today? Because obviously we talked about a lot of things. But what like realistically do you think we can change in this short run to avoid any of these issues that we're facing?
Bro, it's starting game management. We need like this whole one man in midfield thing is not working for us. You understand? Yeah. And you know, we play 3 centre backs, and the rest seem to push up, right? So Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be high up the pitch, and you know, Luke Shaw. I mean, whoever is, maybe Luke Shaw is one of the centre backs, but we'll have everyone else high up the pitch. What we need to do is bring someone else from somewhere to be partnering our number 6. We need a bit more stability there. They can't be given free rein bombing forward. You know, we need to like rail it in a bit. Even if we're not doing these overloads and we're winning a game by 1-0, but we're having a bit more control and stability, then so be it. But I feel like that's the obvious tactical move, and obviously Onana as well. I think we need to deal with that Onana situation, man, because
he needs to be dropped. Not just like this, not in a rude way, but like sometimes as humans we get comfortable. He might think that he hasn't got competition, so I think they need to drop this to show them. Like if you don't like play around, look what they've done with Ramsden. You know what I mean? They got the other goalkeeper, and you know, Raya, and it's just like cool.
David Raya, yeah. So look, competition, like, bro.
Man United. Yeah, look. Anyway, OT99. Briefly.
Look, guys.
They're out.
Yeah, so, we're out, bro. It's done from the dream zone, bro. Just remember to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Let us know what your thoughts are, bro. I think we're out. We know we're out anyway. Let us know if you feel like we should be entering Europa League status or what, or just you'd rather not be in Europa League at all and just play 1 game a week or something. Get knocked out of FA Cup as well, man. Let me know your thoughts, man. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, peace.